Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Kyle, and today we're going to go on a little adventure. That's right, Alice, let's go. We're going to Wonderland, and I'm going to teach you how to build a blog post from A to Z, 1 to 99, start to finish, alpha to omega, whatever it takes to build a high-quality blog post inside of the Jarvis app. That's right, we all want blog posts that rank super high on Google. That's why we do what we do. But at the same time, there are lots of factors that affect Google that are really outside of our control. But one thing that is inside of our control is building high quality content that we know is going to rank inside of Google one way or another. And with the Surfer SEO integration inside of the Jarvis app, it's now easier than ever to build a blog post that you know is going to rank and rank really well. So I'm going to get right into it, and I'm going to take you guys, like I said, on this journey from start to finish, everything that you want to see on how to build a blog post that is high quality, that is something you can depend on, and something that you and your client know is going to make a difference in those SEO results. Here we go. Okay, so here we are inside of the Jarvis dashboard, and today let's open up a recipe. This blog post recipe is worth its weight in gold. It is extremely effective in helping you write a great blog post. And today I'm going to be writing a blog post for an actual client of mine. Their name is Assurance Exteriors. They're a roofing company in Kansas. I've used them as an example in other videos before, and right now I'm working on building up their library of blog posts and high quality articles inside of their website to help them rank for certain search terms. And so right now, and I'm just going to do AE, that's short for Assurance Exteriors, and roofing contractor is the, if I can spell it there, is the search term that I am working on ranking them for, okay? So roofing contractor, and that's the research I've done, and that's probably one of the only prerequisites you need to have done before coming into the app here and opening up a recipe, is you need to know for your client or for yourself what search terms you are trying to rank for. So for me, I've done the research. I know that roofing contractor is a good search term for a roofing company. And so for Assurance Exteriors, I want them to show up for top rated roofing contractor, or top rated roofing contractor near me, or roofing contractors near me, or professional roofing contractor, or anything that includes that search term, or roofing contractors, that this article is going to help. It's going to help Assurance Exteriors rank for that. And so other than knowing that I want to rank for that search term, I don't know what I want to write about yet. So I'm going to use Jarvis to help me do that. And one thing that a lot of you know, if you've used Jarvis enough, is that just starting out, if you were to jump in here and outside of, a product maybe, if you just were to give Jarvis right here, like if I just said, write a brief about Assurance Exteriors, well, we all know that Jarvis has no context for who Assurance Exteriors is. Jarvis knows a lot about roofing. He knows a lot about how to choose a roofer, the roofing materials, roofing styles, all sorts of stuff. But right now, Assurance Exteriors doesn't mean anything to him. So if I just said, write a brief for Assurance Exteriors, well, what happens? He writes, he goes all over the place. I mean, what is he right here? We are a family-run business, exterior construction industry. Yeah, I mean, Ray and Diane. I mean, all this sort of information that really has nothing to do with it. So for you, jumping in here for the first time, you may need to think about, okay, how do I get Jarvis going in the right direction? So for me, I'm just do Command Z, back of this all the way up. What I do is I'll go over to like Assurance Exteriors website, or the website of the company that I'm writing an article for. And I will grab a little piece here like this about them and feed it to Jarvis to have him better understand who the company or the product is that I'm writing about. So now I've got this content description and brief primed and ready to go. Now, for you, you may need to use Jarvis to write something, okay? You may need him to write a brief for you about the title that you've already chosen. For instance, if your boss gives you, or you've chosen to write an article about the roofing materials available in the United States, something like that. Well, you need to probably put that in the title and have him write a brief about it. But for me, I just want Jarvis to understand who Assurance Exteriors is, and then I'm going to have him generate some blog title ideas. So this first step for me is a little bit irrelevant because I've got a good brief, but it's okay for me to run it. And so I can do everything here again, write a brief for Assurance Exteriors like I just did. He didn't understand it. Now he's going to understand it, and he can write a brief. Like I said, it'll be redundant because I have a good description and brief already ready to go. But now he has he's able to write about it. And really what he writes is pretty good. And it's not going to hurt me to leave it up there. So right here, they are a top-rated veteran and family-owned roofing company in Kansas. They specialize in rebuilding homes damaged by severe weather events such as hailstorms. As one of the most, with customized. So other than, he did pull in a lot from the description and brief, which is normal for that because he has no other context to go off of. So this brief in particular, I'm just going to tell you that I'm going to get rid of it. Don't let that freak you out, though, if you are using this as a brief for your company or for a product that you're writing for. You can generate some ideas there. And remember that when you run this next command, Jarvis can see what's above it. He can see what's out here in the side. And then from there, begin to work. So what I'm going to do is get rid of this because I've got a good brief ready to go. I'm already loaded it up. It's from the website. And like I said, that first step is a little bit irrelevant. I am going to add a tone of voice now. Professional. I like that. And we're going to do keywords, roofing contractor. Okay. So those are my deals here. Slide me down. And longer output length. Okay. I hope that makes sense what I just explained there about your brief. You can use Jarvis to generate a brief for you to fill in the content description brief input. But if you already have one or you already know, you can skip that first step or like I did, run it for fun, see if anything good comes up. And if not, no big deal. So let's have Jarvis write some blog title ideas. I like using Command-Shift-Enter. It leaves the command up there, so I can just quickly rerun it if need be. And that's a really interesting one. Best practices for handling roof under warranty claims. Man, I know a little bit about some of that with obviously working with this client of mine. These are all three of these could be good. But let's run this again. So because I did Command-Shift-Enter, I've got my command right up there again, so I can just Command-Shift-Enter. And what's below the command is not going to affect Jarvis. So I can just run it again and keep looking at all these titles, okay? I love this. Preparing your home for winter with Assurance Exteriors. Bing! Beautiful. Love it. Now I get to talk about all the things that Assurance Exteriors does, how they're going to inspect your roof, check on it, and it'll be high quality information for any homeowner about the things that they need to know from their perspective as far as, clearing out your gutters and looking for damage or whatever it might be right there. So that is exactly what I want to write about. Now, all I do is get rid of the rest of this, pop that in with an H1 tag there, preparing your home for winter with Assurance Exteriors. Copy that, and then what I'm going to do is put it in over here on the title. Okay? Now, we've got a great title. Jarvis understands who Assurance Exteriors is, and I can begin to work my way through the rest of this recipe. So let's write an introduction. Command-Shift-Enter. Do a little energy drink here. Great. It's that time of year again when the leaves start to fall and the temperatures start to drop. The air becomes crisp and cool, but you can help your home stay warm with roof insulation from Assurance Exteriors. Okay, very specific there. I might adjust that here in just a second. Okay. The roof is one of the most important parts of the house. Okay, with roofing insulation installed in your home by your experienced contractor to keep your room. Okay, so Jarvis getting ready for winter. He assumes I want to talk about insulation because insulation keeps things warm. Not a bad take from Jarvis. What I need to do now is use my human brain and say, do I want to keep writing about this or can I adjust a couple of things and then have Jarvis continue to write? So I really like the introduction here, but what I'm going to do is you can help your home stay warm with, I'm just going to do a secure and with a secure roof So the air becomes crisp and cool, but you can help your home stay warm with a secure roof from Assurance Exteriors. Now, what I mean by secure is I can then write about, we'll see what Jarvis comes up with here, but I'll be able to write about proper insulation, inspecting it correctly, making sure there's no, nothing that's, blocking any sort of airway ducts or anything that's as far as the intake for air into your attic area, and then obviously it being able to vent out. There's all sorts of things that need to happen even during the winter time to make sure that air is properly flowing and that it doesn't get stagnant. Once again, this is things I understand. This is a client of mine. I've got a base knowledge in my own head about who Assurance Exteriors is that helps me write about this. And so I can guide Jarvis a little bit. And for you may want to think about how you can guide Jarvis through the process, because you can't, once again, Jarvis may not completely understand what you're writing about or the specific niche of it. So use your own human brain to guide Jarvis to write about certain things that will be helpful and effective. So I like the beginning of this. The roof is one of the most important parts of the house because it protects your family and belongings from weather damage such as hailstorms, hurricanes, tornadoes, and wildfires. The rest of this is, once again, about insulation. And I'm going to probably just take that out, okay? And just add this up here. And then I'm going to click Command J, which is compose. I'm going to see what else Jarvis writes about. Okay, so he really gets into some details right here. The roof also helps prevent water damage to the rest of your home, according to the Insurance Institute. Okay, so this is all really good information. I'll have to fact check a couple of things here, which is no big deal. But what I may do is just push this down. It's good. It's not going anywhere. And just write an introduction again and see if Jarvis will write something for me that isn't so much about roof insulation, and maybe he'll give me a better introduction that's just more in general about a roof. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. That's exactly what ended up happening. Your roof is the first line of defense against harsh winter weather and should be given proper care to ensure that it can stand up to the elements. I like that. Don't wait until you're freezing in your home to this winter to find out the roof repairs that are needed. Great intro. The experts at Assurance Exteriors have been providing roofing services for your home. Good. So we all know all about keeping your roof safe from the damage during the most extreme conditions. We offer a full range of roof repairs, including durable shingles, ice and water shield installation, gutter cleaning and replacement, as well as hail damage. That's awesome. That is much better, more general about preparing your home. So I'm going to not totally get rid of that. This is something that I don't know if anybody else does this. So I'm going to copy it. And then what I do is I come down here to my document and I just put it down at the bottom because I may want to grab it later. It may be something that is beneficial. And then now I can just delete this out. Okay. So perfect. So now we've got a great introduction. I can get rid of that command right there. And this little piece here at the end, contact us today for a free estimate. I'll leave it up here for a second. It may affect Jarvis a little bit in the way he writes, but no big deal. It could totally be good. We'll see what happens. So what kind of an outline am I hoping he writes here? I'm hoping he writes 5 or 6 things to do, including like roof repairs. Maybe he talks about cleaning your gutters, inspections, things like that. In fact, call us today for a free estimate. I might do inspection. Contact us today for a free inspection. Given that preparing your home for winter versus an estimate is that, that's one thing Assurance Exteriors does is they'll come and inspect your roof to make sure it's good to go for the winter. So let's write a blog outline. Okay. Jarvis just wrote a bunch of numbers. That's okay. He does that sometimes. Let me run this again. Command-Shift-Enter, write a blog outline. There we go. Jarvis gets a little silly sometimes. Okay, so Jarvis right here on this, he just pulled in some things from the intro itself because he knows that I want an outline from that post right there or from the introduction. So he didn't give me anything that was super awesome. Let me teach you a trick. I have a feeling that if I were just to keep running this, that Jarvis is just going to keep pulling from the description and brief or from this intro, and he's not going to understand exactly what I want him to do. Let me teach you something to do. Take your title, write a blog outline for preparing your home for winter with Assurance Exteriors, okay? Add 3 asterisks right here. Now, Jarvis, when I run this, what's going to happen? Well, what can Jarvis see? Jarvis understands that there's 3 asterisks there. That's blocking his view above him. So it's going to focus him in on the description and brief, which is Assurance Exteriors is a roofing company that can help you prepare your home for the winter. I mean, that's what we've talked about here. He may do a better job now of writing specifically about preparing your home in general for winter versus that introduction paragraph may be confusing him, even though it's a general paragraph there. He's only focusing in on it. He's looking at it because I approved of it. He's looking only to it for things to write about. So now I'm just refocusing him in on the title. Okay, there we go. Okay. Take this off bold. Okay. Here we go. Write a blog outline for preparing your home for winter with Assurance Exteriors. Command Shift Enter. Let's see what happens now. Okay. Roofing, siding, shingles. Home damage repair service. We're the roof for you. Residential roof repairs and replacements. Okay. Don't love any of those. Let's take off Assurance Exteriors. Preparing your home and roof for winter. Okay. I'm not doing anything crazy here. All I'm doing is trying to get Jarvis to understand that I want an outline about writing generally for getting my roof ready for wintertime. Okay, now look at this. That's exactly what helped. 1, assure your roof is in good condition and ready for winter. 2, insulate your attic or roofing to keep it warm. Okay, clean up all leaves, debris, and snow from the roof before they become a hazard. Good. Replace roof shingles that have been damaged by hail or high winds. Perfect. Check your gutters, ensure downspouts. Clear out ice dams on the roof with a shovel as needed. Okay, now I've got 7 great things to write about. So how did I get there? Well, remember, when you're giving Jarvis this information, I think a lot of people don't try to focus Jarvis in on one specific thing, and he's taking in lots of information from the title, from the content description and brief, from the introduction, and it ends up being almost too many things, and therefore he ends up writing about nothing. Now what I did was I just said, Jarvis, write about preparing your roof for winter. That's all I want to write about. That's what this is about, is preparing your home for winter with Assurance Exteriors. So Assurance Exteriors is a roofing company, so naturally the things that they're going to write about are roofing related or roof-ish related. So when I did write a blog outline for preparing your home and roof for winter, he understood specifically what I wanted him to write an outline about. And now I've got 7 great things to write about. Okay? So for you, hopefully that's really helpful. You need to play around with what's going on if you're not getting the results that you want. So remember that you can, it's like, inside of a recipe, it's like, I don't know. Sure, there's one way to make chocolate chip cookies, but I'm sure there's millions of variations of how to get great chocolate chip cookies and a great chocolate chip cookie recipe. Blog post recipe, the base ingredients are the same, but you can always tweak just a little bit on your own to get something like this. I hope that was helpful. Now what I'm going to do is get rid of the 3 asterisks, and now I've got outline items that are helpful here. So, as we go through this, we're about 20 minutes in. I'm looking at this. I know from experience that 7 items on an outline are not bad, but I may not be able to write about all of them at length. So in my mind, I'm thinking now, okay, I can do 7 tips for checking your roof for winter and getting your home ready for winter. But I'll have to keep the outline items as I write about them. I'll have to keep it a little bit shorter because in general, call it 1,500 words is your average article on, that Surfer SEO is going to suggest. And so as we write this, I may adjust my output length here to medium and just have him write a good 2 or 3 sentences about each of these tips, period. And then be done with it. And then I can always come back and write more. So let's run through this. write about outline item number 1, copy, paste it in here, Command Shift Enter. Okay, good. Got a good paragraph here, but Jarvis immediately jumped to the insulation piece. That's okay. The reason he did that is because he sees the insulate your attic. He read that. He knew that that was the next piece. So this isn't a bad paragraph, but I'm not going to keep it there. Okay. So that was that paragraph. Now I'm going to do outline item number 2. Insulate your attic or roof to keep it warm. Write about outline item number 2. Okay. Command Shift Enter. And as you can see, I'm just going to run through this. Okay. I'm going to keep it very simple. I'm not going to, at this time, adjust too much. I am glancing over this. I think everything makes sense at this point. Copy. Outline item number 3. Command Shift Enter. Yeah, so another good one. Keep it covered in leaves. Yeah, good. Now I'm going to take that recipe piece there, put it down here below this. And okay, I'm going to, like I said, today I'm going to keep it simple. There is a way to maybe probably expedite this process just a little bit. I'm not going to worry about that at the moment. Oops, I just messed up. Boop, 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 boop. Command Z. Number, let's see, 1, 2, 3. We're on number 4. Write about replace roof shingles. This is all good. Look, I mean, Jarvis continues to understand what I'm writing about because the title is preparing your home for winter with assurance exteriors. One of the most common roofing issues during the winter is hailstorm damage. Okay. He skipped ahead to the next one there, so I'm just going to get rid of that. Okay, copy this. Put it down here. And so let me show you real quick. One thing you can do to keep yourself organized here. Number 1. There, give it an H2. Number 2. Put it here. Give it an H2. Number 3. Grab it. Put it right there. Give it an H2. Okay, so this is what I was talking about, expediting this process. I'll teach you a little trick since I just decided in my mind, just go and tell you, is now, look, we've got a number 1 and that tip paragraph. Number 2, that tip and a paragraph. Number 3, that tip and a paragraph. I bet you if I was to grab number 5 here, check your roof gutters, I bet you Jarvis will understand that process of number, title, paragraph, and there's a chance he'll do the same right here. He might not, but I think he's gonna recognize the process that I have going on as I were to like push forward through this. And if I just click Command J, yeah, there's number 7. So there's, you know, he understood this pattern that I built. Although in this one he just wrote about this check gutters because I didn't start out with anything. But you see what I'm saying there? He began to recognize that. That can help you speed things up just a little bit. You could ask Jarvis to, continue to write. Number 6, though, is ensure downspouts. So that's not what I want to write about right here. Copy, pull that back. I'm just going to go ahead and delete this. Oh, it might be okay. I might leave it. There's probably not bad. But hopefully that's helpful to you. Jarvis can recognize that pattern of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and continue to write that way. Okay, so now write about ensure downspouts are free from clogs. So water can drain from the roof. Yeah, so he saw the title this time, and then he wrote the paragraph. And so now all I have to do is do number 6. Oops. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Jarvis recognized that pattern, and then he wrote that way, which is really helpful. And then number 7. I'm just going to go ahead and have him rewrite about number 7. Clear out any icy dams. Dams are like the crevices on your roof where a lot of times debris and such will accumulate, and then ice will accumulate on that and just sit in one spot. You guys didn't know you're going to get a roofing rundown throughout this whole thing. Okay, that's great. Number 7. Right there. Boom, boom. Okay, guys. So look at this. Now we've got 7 tips for homeowners. 7 tips for homeowners to prepare their home for winter. Now what I might do is adjust preparing your home for winter with Assurance Exteriors. I might do like 7 tips for preparing your home with Assurance Exteriors. I might even do home and roof. Okay? All of that is really good. And now I can just take out this outline here in the middle. And I've got a really good start to a good article here with these 7 tips. Now, let me just kind of give you guys a heads up on what's going to happen here. This next step in the recipe is to, and I can go ahead and get rid of this because we changed directions, is I'm going to ask him to write a blog post conclusion about those outlined items. Now, if I were to insert all 7 of these, I promise you Jarvis can't run that command because Jarvis can only understand a command up to about 200 characters, which is about 50 words. So I've got to think, how do I give him something that is a little bit more consolidated for him to write about? And what I might do in this instance is, well, I'll just show you real quick. If I were to take, let me back up here real quick. If I were to take all 7 of these items, okay, and I were to put them in here, write a blog post conclusion on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all 7 tips, he can't run it. I promise you he can't. Too big, okay? I just proved my point. Just wanted you to know that I wasn't lying, all right? So we've got to trim this down. Go up to your intro paragraph and grab your title. 7 tips for preparing your home and roof for winter with Assurance Exteriors. Now, post that into here. Adjust the tag because it's not that. Now, write a blog post conclusion on 7 tips for preparing your home and roof for winter with Assurance Exteriors. Now, Jarvis is going to be able to see the title. And I did change that to roof. And roof. Let me just actually put this whole title in here because I really like that 7 tips. He can see everything here. Now I'm going to teach you one more thing. He can see up to 3,000 characters above. He can see the brief and the title. We know that. Take your brief right here. Grab that. Paste it into here. Now, it's not all of it, but it's most of it. Watch what happens. I can go down here and have him write a blog post conclusion. Now he understands a good amount of what's above him. He can see everything here on the side. And he'll understand the title that I'm writing about. And he should be able to write us a good conclusion paragraph. Okay? Okay, a little repeat, but that's okay. So the roof is the first line of defense against winter weather and should be given proper care. Okay, so he stole that. Not completely. He adjusted the first line just a little bit. If you want your roof in good condition for winter. Okay. The roofing tips we provided will help you get started thinking about your ways your roof could become damaged by the elements or unforeseen things. Which of these roofing principles have been helpful for keeping water from your roof and home? We know, it's kind of a funny question in there. Let me take that sentence out. We know our team has done plenty of research on how roofs react with snowfall and ice dams. So if all of this sounds intimidating and you want some outside advice, contact Assurance Exteriors. I'm just going to do Command J, let them keep writing here. Okay, there we go. So now I've got a pretty good, now I can adjust this some more, which I'm going to do, inevitably. And so look, so the roof is the first line of defense. We got that. That's a restatement of here, but he reworded it a little bit, and that's okay. Everything is good from this point forward. The roofing tips we've provided will help you get started. It's great. We know our team has done plenty of research. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's just fine. And the only thing I may do is go back over here, grab this little piece from Assurance Exteriors, and just replace that back in here. Okay. So now I have a great start. 7 tips for preparing your home and roof for winter with Assurance Exteriors. And I can open up Surfer SEO and get started. All right. Okay, here we go. All right, we're going to open up roofing contractor. All right. So that's a search term that I'd already preloaded into here. And when you open up Surfer SEO, a beautiful thing about it is it's going to tell you right away, look at how we've ranked. So we have an article that already ranks as a 53 inside of Surfer. But look, we're really short on, we're not really short, we're about 200 some odd words short, which is fine. We need some more headings. We haven't even added images in, and we need some more paragraphs. So like I said, I didn't have Jarvis write extensively about anything at this point in time. So we're going to be able to adjust some of this. And also what it does is it gives us some guidance about the words that we should use. I'm not going to get into, I'm not going to get into all of the bits and pieces about Surfer SEO at this point in time. That's not what this is about. But just know that these words right here, especially the top couple of lines, are extremely important for you to understand and see what you need to be including in your article to help it rank higher for those search terms. Now, it also will negatively impact you. For instance, if you look at the word roof here, I've used the word roof too many times. And it knows that Google will, not properly, well, let me rephrase that. It knows that Google will pick up on the fact that you've just loaded up one search term like roof in your article a million times, and it's not going to let you rank for that with that article. You can't just pipe your article full of a search term and expect good results. It wants you to use good, authentic content that is well written, that is going to help the user understand what they should be doing, and in this case, for their home and their roof for wintertime, and not just a search term that you're trying to get, Google to pick up on. So this is awesome because now I know what words I want to incorporate. This is another reason that I also, you can look at this 2 ways. One, you can underwrite or overwrite and then come into here. I like kind of, coming in with about what we did and then writing a little bit more, because inevitably I've got to include these words. And if I've got 2,000 words and I've got to trim it down and include these words, we're going to be fighting ourselves quite a bit. So now we can really easily look at how to replace certain words and include roofing contractor, roofing contractors, roofing companies, and get all these words included. So I'm going to leave this open next to me, and I'm going to begin to look at ways to include these different words. So, and then we'll come back through and we'll begin to trim out, certain pieces and parts. All right. So this is, what I'm going to do from here is begin to look at different things. This context today for a free inspection, I can take that, put it down here at the bottom. That's what I'll end with. All right, your roof is the first line of defense against harsh winter weather and should be given proper care to ensure that it can stand up to the elements. Good. I know that I want to include a few words here like waterproofing at some point. I'm not going to do that yet. Inspections is good. Okay. Don't wait until you're freezing in your home. Now, it's kind of funny. Home is good, but at the same time, it looks like Jarvis wants me to use the word house 3 times. So I'm going to do in your house this winter to find out that roof repairs are needed. The experts at Assurance Exteriors, and let's do comma, a roofing contractor in Kansas, comma. The experts at Assurance Exteriors, a roofing contractor in Kansas, have been providing roofing services. I'm looking here. I think there might be another word to use rather than services. Let's use solutions. Solutions for homes and businesses across just do, and I'm going to take out the and businesses. 4 homes across Kansas. Not going to focus it in on Kansas City for more than 30 years. And they've actually only been in business for 13 years. So we know all about keeping roofs safe from damage during the most extreme conditions. We offer a full range of, I'm going to take out the word roof because we know we're talking about roofs at this point, repair options including durable shingles, ice and water shield installation, gutter cleaning, and replacement, as well as hail damage restoration. Okay, I've got a good sentence. Now, as you guys can see, I'm just going to continue to kind of refine these paragraphs, okay? It's a little bit of a tedious process, but it's just one of those things with inside of Surfer SEO. You've got good guidance on what to write about for your client. And so we're going to take this step by step. I'm going to show you guys everything. I'm going to show you what I'm doing, what I'm thinking. It may be a little bit redundant, but you can kind of watch this process of what I do and how I rewrite. And I'll use Jarvis occasionally to rewrite a sentence. But really at this point, I know the words that I want to use. So I just need to think about how to use them myself. And I know about my clients. So it's kind of easier for me to, understand what it is that they're saying. So tip number 1 is, and I can even do that. I can put tip number 1. Assure your roof is in good condition. I probably use the word assure because of assurance exteriors, to be honest. That's fine. So when I purchase, one of the most things you can do is make sure your roof is in good condition and ready for the harsh winter. The roof is the first line of defense against the elements, so it's important. Shape winter. One way to do this is having a roofing contractor come and inspect your roof. So this is like good. So assure your roof is in good condition and ready for winter with an inspection. And I think I like the word inspection because I think that that's a word that I need to, inspections, plural. Inspections, plural. I may not try to force that issue right now, but it is one that I want to use. So assure your roof is in good condition and ready for winter with an inspection. I could just change this and have tip number 1 could be, and I could rephrase this. Let me teach you guys something real quick. So I can do this. I can give Jarvis a command right here. And what I can tell him to do is, I don't have to do the little caret. You can. Rewrite the tip above and use the keyword. Let's see here. Independent roofing contractor. Independent roofing contractors. It's plural. Okay, check this out. So what I just did is I've got independent roofing contractors that I need to use. I want them to rewrite this tip and include independent roofing contractors. Okay, I'm literally telling Jarvis exactly what I want him to do. Let's see how it works. Command Shift Enter. Okay, so he just rewrote it. Let me try this again. Hold on. Don't worry. Rephrase the tip, not rewrite. He literally just rewrote. Rephrase the tip above and use the keyword. Boom. Assure your roof is in good condition for winter by getting an inspection from an independent roofing contractor. Okay, so he just added it to the end, but he did understand what I wanted him to do. Rephrase and improve the tip above. Let's try it again. Tip number 1. Assure your roof is in good condition, ready for an inspection. Okay, so he just rewrote it. It's all right. We're not really getting where we want to go. That's okay. There's something we can do. What we can do here is the way that I need to rewrite it. Have a get an inspection Get an inspection from a professional independent roofing contractor. Professionals. Everything's plural that it wants me to use. It's kind of throwing me off. So I need to use plural inspections. I need to use plural professionals. And just, once again, that's what Surfer SEO understands is going to best help me. Get an inspection. I can do that. Get inspections. What's a different word for inspections? Let's get. What's a different word? Where's my... let's see here. Acquire, come have, come into, gain. Tip number 1, what if we just did inspections? What about annual inspections from professional independent roofing contractors? How about that? There we go. Okay, now we're moving. I got it. Annual inspections from a professional independent roofing take out that annual inspections from professional roof. Well, I'm trying to get rid of the word roof, but annual inspections from professional independent roofing contractors. Now, let's rewrite this tip, okay? So now what we're going to do, because I've kind of changed the focus of it, it's important for me to make sure that Jarvis is writing good content about that specific topic. So write about, and let's put in this new tip, okay? Oops. Okay, now let's have him write about this. You guys ready? And what I may do is put, it should be okay. Because, and yeah, he rewrote it again. I understood that. Okay. So I've changed that first tip a little bit. And so now it's important for him to rewrite that whole paragraph to make sure that it actually makes sense. Okay. So now when we look at it, now this new paragraph is, if you haven't had your roof inspected this year, call an expert roofing contractor to come out and perform a thorough inspection for your roof's condition. The roofing contractor will be able to assess your roof's overall condition, determine, yeah, this is great. And I don't mind that that's the first tip. I can always change it later on from the first to maybe I can make it the last tip. But this inspection once a year is a great thing. That's literally what people should do. And this whole deal right here, I don't need anymore. Okay. Yeah. So that worked really well. The only thing is I can do, so right here, roofing contractors, I need to use a few more times, or roofing companies. And I can just change this out and do roofing companies. We'll be able to assess, and look, my score is just going up right away because I used that word once, 62 now. We'll be able to assess the roof's overall condition, determine if any repairs are needed, recommend. I'm going to take out roof again. I know I'm using the word roof too many times. I'm going to have to decrease roof overall. So recommend repair work that should be done in the near future, and provide any necessary roof leak repairs. And I want to use the word waterproofing. So I'll use waterproofing, that word, later on. And provide any necessary roof leak. I'm going to change this. I'm going to use the word repairing work for roof leaks. Any necessary repairing work. That doesn't make sense, does it? I'm forcing it. Any necessary roof leak repairs. But giving your roof a professional inspection. So I can take out this little piece, by having a professional inspection by having roofing contractors independent. I'm going to change it to independent roofing. No, I'm going to leave it independent contractors. By having independent contractors who are professionals, comma, inspect inspection. By having independent contractors who are professionals inspect at least once every year, you'll be able to identify any potential problems before they become too big of an issue. Just because it may not rain for 3 months doesn't mean your roof is completely waterproof. Yeah, so that's really good. So now we've begun to incorporate more and more of those items. Okay, so we are doing awesome right now. We've still got some words to play with, and let's move on to tip number 2. And all this time, I am looking at how to incorporate the words that I need to incorporate into some of these headings. I'm going to look at, I need to increase my number of paragraphs, so I may end up coming back and breaking up a few pieces, adding some lists in maybe occasionally, but we'll keep doing that. So insulate your attic or roof to keep it warm. Tip number 2. One way to keep your roof in good condition during winter is to insulate it. This will help to keep it warm and protect from cold weather. There are a variety of insulation materials here, so you can choose one that's best suited for your needs and budget. If you're not sure which type of insulation is right for you, contact a roofing contractor for advice. I'm just going to contract a local roofing contractor for advice. They'll be able to recommend the best type of insulation for your roof and install it for you. Probably just leave that one all alone. No problem. Tip number 3. Clean up all leaves, debris, and snow from your roof before they become a hazard. I can take out from roof. Clean up all leaves, debris, and snow. Well, from your roof before they become a hazard. Okay. I'm going to probably have to leave roof in there. One simple step to protect your roof in the winter is to make sure it's free from any leaves, debris, or snow before they become a hazard. It's a rephrase, but that's okay. If your roof is covered in leaves and other materials, you may need to get up there right away and clean them off. If you don't, they can pile up on one another and cause damage that will be more significant to repair. That's a pretty easy one. Yeah. Probably leave that one alone. Okay. I could add in a sentence here that's like, clean up all leaves, debris, and snow. If you are unable to safely do this yourself, I'm going to put if you, comma, the homeowner, are unable to safely do this yourself, comma, call, I don't think I can keep using that word. Contact a contractor or company who specializes in these types of services. Okay. Just a good little action point at the end of each one of these. Okay, number 4. Tip number 4. Tip number 4. Replace roof shingles that have been damaged by hail or high winds. Beautiful. Okay, I like that. I'm getting OCD. I'm going to have to change all these little letters here. I like on my titles, this is how it is. I don't know if that's like something that should or shouldn't be done. I just like when all of mine look like this. All right. Replace roof shingles that have been damaged by hail or high winds. One of the most common roofing issues during the winter is hailstorm damage. If hailstones have damaged your roof shingles, you'll need to replace them before they can cause any more damage. Replacing roof shingles isn't something that should be undertaken on your own, so schedule roof repairs. I like that. Let me just jump in the middle of this and expand upon this, okay? So I'm just going to, rather than that was an action point there at the end, let's just go here, Command J. Let's have Jarvis keep writing about this tip. Perfect. Once roof shingles are damaged, they start to curl up and away from the roof. This will let in more water, which can lead to roof leaks or ice dams. If you want some advice for roof repairs or roof replacement, okay, so he kind of cut to another deal, but I picked up an extra sentence there. Take that out. Replacing roof shingles isn't something that should be undertaken, because I picked up a little bit more and built out that paragraph just a touch. There's a chance that if I go back here to my focus mode, I bet, yeah, medium length, I can change this to longer now. Come in here. And if I were to have him like rewrite, he'll write longer now. Okay, but that looks good. Replacing roof shingles, so schedule roof repairs with assurance exteriors. Is it to be done by, I think high quality. Is quality a word I need to be using? Quality, yes. Quality roofers like assurance exteriors. Okay, picked up those words a little bit. I've used the word repair too many times. I'll come back. I'll trim that out. Okay, tip number 5. And this is, I'm just showing you guys exactly how I build out. I've got a couple more to do here. I'm looking at these words and I'm incorporating them into this. So check gutters to make sure they're clear of any leaves or debris. Okay, so we're talking about checking gutters. Okay. Gutters don't do much good if they're clogged with leaves and debris, so as winter approaches and find yourself clearing leaves and other debris from your roof, don't forget to check your gutters as well. If there's any roofing material or snow buildup blocking them, use a shovel to clear it out. This will help prevent clogs that will only make it harder for water to drain off the roof in gutters. I'm going to Command J. Compose, let him keep writing about this. Okay, so he didn't keep writing about it. It's okay. Thank you. Okay, let me get up into the middle of this. I'm in the middle of the paragraph, Command J. Okay, let me try this again. I'm going to do this. Right about. I'm in a longer output length now. Right about tip number 5. I'm going to see if he'll just give me a better, overall paragraph here that includes a few more things that I want him to include. There's a lot to write about here, and I need to increase, my word count isn't bad, but I'm going to see if I can include a couple of other things here. Okay. So he's in general writing about the same amount because he sees the pattern. So remember, Jarvis is always looking for patterns. What does he see here? He sees a title. He sees 2 or 3 sentences. A title, 2 or 3 sentences. A title, 2 or 3 sentences. So I'm really fighting Jarvis's total understanding of this article because he's got a good pattern set for him. And that's not bad. I could really force the issue. But overall, I'm satisfied with where it's at. I'm going to need a few more words here in a minute, but I'll probably be able to pull that out here at the end. So no big deal. Okay. Yeah. So like I said, right here, Jarvis sees a title in a paragraph, a title in a paragraph, title in a paragraph. That's why when I keep asking him to rewrite something or write something, he just wants to write 2 or 3 sentences and then a title, 2 or 3 sentences, then a title. He's just following the pattern that's in front of him. If you need Jarvis to change that pattern, what you might do is this. Asterisk, boom, boom, boom. Now he doesn't know what the pattern is that's above it. If I do this, now watch. Write about. So Jarvis should see this and write more than that. Okay, well, there's tip number 5. He rewrote the tip number 5. And there he began to write a few more things. Okay, so not bad. And then he ended up even doing a little thing here about telling you that you should have your gutters, covered. But the other thing that I would say is what's happening is that Jarvis probably understands that a tip should be something that is shorter in nature and it shouldn't be longer. So he's probably just out of his like nature of who he is and what he understands and what he's seen across the entire internet, understands that like a tip with a few sentences. And so we could break this down more and write more. But in general, it's almost like Jarvis is suggesting 3 or 4 sentences at a time, which I don't mind that, and that's not bad. When fall rolls around, the leaves start to fall from trees. Important for you to get iron roof. Don't forget that roof maintenance should be done periodically throughout the year, but this includes checking for roofs and gutter leaks. Leaves get clogged. Okay, clogged gutters can cause water to back up on your. Okay, make sure your roof get up on your roof every couple months during this or more during fall season. Check your gutters. Okay, so that's good. I might even be able to like add this in here. So gutters don't do much good if they're clogged. Leaves debris. So as winter approaches, you'll find yourself clearing leaves and other debris. Okay, good. Don't forget to check your gutters as well. So that's a little bit, honestly, it's kind of the same thing. So I'm just going to get rid of it. And again, what I might do here is contact a trustworthy roofing contractor to take a look for you at your house. Take a look of your house and gutters if you are unable to do this yourself. Okay. So I incorporated roofing contractor again and just made a little contact a trustworthy roofing contractor to take a look at your house and gutters if you are unable to do this yourself. Okay, not bad. All right, number 6. Okay, ensure that the roof downspouts are free from clogs so water can drain off the roof properly. So ensure the roof downspouts are free from clogs. It's a little bit long. It's probably not bad. You can just leave it. It's important that roof downspouts remain clear during the winter to help ensure that water is drained away and plants and other surfaces don't get iced over with moisture. It may be necessary to use a roofing shovel to remove any snow or ice buildup as needed. If you find your roof downspouts themselves are clogged, contact a roofing contractor. Okay, so it's okay. There's not a bunch of like good information in there. That's the only thing I'm realizing in a couple of these tips is like it's not high quality. I want to write a blog that has high quality, very helpful information. So let's expand upon this a little bit. So I'm going to focus Jarvis in on this one. Tip number 6. And I'm going to push this down. Oops. And on your own without getting hurt. I don't know, maybe that'll just change Jarvis's mind just a little bit. Command J. Okay, so he wants to clear the clog using a plunger. That's kind of funny. Using roofing towels, roof debris, and roofing nails before inserting the hose directly into. Okay, turn on the hose at full pressure, clear out the blockage. Okay, well, I don't mean, it's not like terrible. Maybe it would work. Put on a pair of gloves and safety goggles for protection. Step 2, clear the clog using a plunger, if possible. If this method does not work, go to step 3. That's kind of funny because I don't think that would ever work. So what I'm going to do is just make this step 2. Step 2, remove roofing tiles, roof debris, and roofing nails before inserting the hose directly into the downspout. Turn on your hose at full pressure and clear out any blockage that is causing water to back up into your downspouts. Perfect. Step 3, make sure that all roof tiles around the downspout are put back in their place before cleaning out your downspouts. I'm just going to do this. Step 3, I'm going to take this one out. Let's just see what he rewrites for step 3. Yep, dispose of them. Step 4, to prevent roof leaks or damage, work on a section at a time and over tightening any roof screws that may be preventing. Step 5, make sure no roofing nails are sticking up. They're going to puncture your hose or ladder. Okay, that's good. 5 steps. We had to power through that a little bit. Yeah, but we wrote some helpful hints for tip number 6. Okay. And what we did is we created some additional pieces here that are going to help us just in our paragraphs overall and in our headings. What I might write about real quick is step 5. Now my overall word count has gone up quite a bit, and that's okay. Now these things right here, what I am looking at this, I may end up actually, after all of that, I'll keep it just for the sake of today, but it may not be helping me get towards my overall goal of writing about roofing contractors. But it is a helpful thing to like actually have someone do. So I can just leave it up there for right now. Okay. So if you find your downspouts themselves are clogged, contact, I'm going to put you can clear them out yourself or contact a roofing contractor for advice on cleaning them out as soon as possible. Okay. Helpful hint steps to cleaning them out. Number 7. Clear out any ice dams on the roof with a shovel as needed. So this is like an additional thing. Clear out. I'll mess with that later. Okay, one thing a homeowner can do. So one thing that homeowners need to be on the lookout for during the winter is ice dams. An ice dam is a ridge of the ice that forms at the edge of a roof and prevents melting snow from draining away from that roof. If this water backs up, it can cause damage to the roof, gutters, and eaves. One way to prevent this from happening is to clear out any ice dams on the roof with a shovel as needed. You can also use salt or calcium chloride to melt the ice dam. And what I want to use the word waterproofing. So I'm going to put ice dams also wear down the waterproofing on your house over time as well. And so I'm just writing that sentence because I specifically want to write about waterproofing, and look at that. My score just went up to 73. And roofing contractor, I can use that word roofing contractor again. I'm gonna get in a couple of more of these like really important terms here. Headings. We'll incorporate roofing contractor here in just a second. So conclusion, roofing contractor. This is a heading here for the very end. H2, contact a roofing contractor that you can trust. Assurance Exteriors. Okay. And then what I might do is rewrite this final paragraph. Let's see what happens if I just rewrite this whole thing. Now what I did right there was I just highlighted the entire thing and I just clicked Command J and it started rewriting in front of that whole piece. So like it's still, so it's still right here. That's all I did. That's why I just moved it the way it did. And then Command J, let it finish it out. Okay. Yep. Don't need any of that right there. Boom. Okay, perfect. So now look, I've got a better, more precise conclusion. And then I've got a brief here about Assurance Exterior is an industry-leading roofing and siding company that is committed to providing the very best roof replacement, roof repairs services to our clients. We provide 100% satisfaction guaranteed on all our roofing and siding services. And Our high quality roofing material and workmanship help ensure that your roof will last for decades. And I'm just going to put, for more information about roofing and siding options, call us. That's great. No problem. And where are we at? So the word roof we've used way too many times, and I've got to incorporate roofing contractor. I'm going to do one of the industry leading roofing contractors in your area. Assurance Exteriors, one of the industry leading roofing contractors in your area. That is committed to providing the very best roof replacement and roof repairs. I'll just put replacement. Okay, I'll leave that alone for right now. Okay, so we've got a little tag here. I can do a little H2. Wow, it did the whole thing, no problem. Put that down, H2. And then that's a conclusion. I can probably just take the word conclusion out, honestly. And look at that. Okay, so we're good. We're closer. We still need a few more paragraphs. We've got a few too many words. I'm just looking at these main things here, and I'm going to have to trim down on roof. It looks like and then repair, and then incorporate roofing contractors again. So home roofing maintenance is something that I'm going to go back to this conclusion paragraph. Home roofing maintenance is something that should happen regularly, but never put it off until tomorrow. Now is the time to take care of roofing repairs and roof replacements. I'm going to take roof out of that sentence for next winter, before next winter rolls around. If you need roof repairs or roof installation, give Assurance Exteriors a call today. I'll even make this a new sentence here. If you need repairs or installation, give Assurance Exteriors a call today. We are happy to provide free inspections so we can find any issues with your roof now. And I'll put house now. Once spring hits, roofing companies will be swamped for weeks and even months at a time. So don't wait until things start heating up to get your, I'm going to use the word house again, house inspected. Trust the pros at Assurance Exteriors for all your home improvement needs. Perfect. We offer affordable solutions that are custom designed based on your budget and needs. Put our years of experience to work for you. Great. No problem. That's all good. I really like it. Okay, so we're doing good. A little over an hour here, and I've got a 75. I haven't added any images in. This is a really good place to be at. I've got to fine tune a few things, get a few more paragraphs broken out, decrease my word count just a touch if possible, and then clear up the word roof. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do Command F, which is a basic search for the word roof. And I'm going to figure out ways to trim out the word roof, which is really hard when you have a roofing company. But Surfer understands that inside of, the Google doesn't want you just to pile drive the word roof into your article over and over and over. So I've got to get it down about 20 times here. So let me quickly do this, and then we'll keep moving along. Okay, now, good. We've got roofing. We got the word roof under control. Now let's look at the word repair. I've used it one too many times. Okay, so what would be handle? So schedule repairs, repair and repairing, repair. We offer a full range of repair options, repairing options. Let's do that. Then we're fixed there. Good. Okay, that's good. Now so we've got all of these words trimmed down. We're to 75. I'm a few words long at the moment, as you can see here, and I need a couple more paragraphs. So I might just break up a couple of things here. So tip number 1, and then I might right here. I might break it up right here. If you haven't had your roof inspected this year, that's great. By having independent contractors who inspect at least once a year, potential problem become an issue. Just because it may not rain for 3 months doesn't mean your roof is completely waterproof. Okay, good. Tip number 2, like these longer tips I might break up right here. Contact someone right there. Some of these like sentences, like these that include, like right here, these include a contact us, or it's, replacing shingles and something to be undertaken on your own. So schedule roof repairs to be done by high quality roofing experts like Assurance Exteriors. And then I might add in a link or a contact us or whatever it might be. Okay, so I've gone through the article. I have adjusted a ton of different words in here, one by one, built out a few more. I'm still, once again, a few words a little bit long here, about 100 words more than I need, 150 words more than I need. That's okay. I can trim that down. I've gotten rid of the overuse of some words, and I've also, increased my overall number of paragraphs, but I need to get a few more headings in here, and then I'll add in my images. Now, this is a really good spot to be at, about a 75 before I've added in any images, and I've got a few more things to trim up here. What I do think is important is for you to look at the heading section and make sure that you've included these key terms in your different headings at least once, is what Surfer suggests. So roofing companies, I'm going to jump back over here. I'm going to include roofing companies. So I've used roofing contractors, plural. So contact roofing companies that you can trust, such as Assurance Exteriors. Okay. I've used it one too many times. That's okay. I'll come back and trim that out. Okay, and so if I go up here and if I just do a Command F, roofing companies, roofing contractors, trade that one out real quick. Okay, good. So let's add in what I need to do. I've got all my keywords here are used. These first couple lines, I could probably use roofing a few more times. That's fine. I just may not push that issue too much. And then the word homeowners, I could probably try to use. So this is something that you can just continue to refine and continue to refine and continue to refine. But at the moment, and for the sake of where we're at, I know that once I add in my images, I can push this article into the 80s easily. But I want to see if I can't get just right up to the 90s, if not into the 90s. Because I think this is a really good article. I think it's a very helpful article for individuals, homeowners that are looking at their roof for wintertime. And so let me just trim up a couple things, add in a couple more paragraphs, and then we're going to drop in our images, and then we will be done. Okay. So let's continue to do a couple of things. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add in my photos, and then from there, I am going to break out a couple of more paragraphs and a couple more headings. But watch what happens as we add in our images. And the reason that this so vastly increases our score on Surfer is because Surfer understands the way that people read articles. And so people have read the reason that images increase the score, and as I add in these images, you'll be able to see this. The reason it increases the score so quickly is because this is Surfer wants you to understand that this is the way that people read articles, is that they skim, they see a picture, they read a quick headline. They're not really reading these detailed pieces. And so for you, it's really important to look at and understand the way that people read articles, and having photos in here really helps people understand, these different, it really helps people understand the things that you're trying to do, the things that you're trying to say in picture form, and it helps them skim through your article that much quicker. And so I've pulled out some different things from before. I've got these pictures ready to go. I'll adjust their tags once I post it online, and I upload those photos to my WordPress document or to the library, wherever it's at. I'll adjust it then, making sure that my tags are, the alt attributes are all correct on my images. I'm just going to keep adding in some different ones here, checking your gutters. And let's see, 6. So it wants me to get to about 9 to 34 images. So plenty of room for images. Let's do another one. And my score just, once again, it just kind of continues to to go up because this is helping readers read through your article with images. It helps out a lot. So, and then I like this one. And then here. So now look at where we're at. We've got a great article ready to rock and roll. We've got plenty of images in there now. Our headings are almost there, and we're at an 86, okay? So I'm not going to freak out about getting up to 27 paragraphs, but I am going to add in a few more headings. And what I might do here is use some headings, like an H3 tag on a heading that helps pull up some of these words that I want to use. And dials in more of those keywords. So like right here, what I might do is like right below the picture, I might do helpful tips, homeowners in Kansas. Okay. Homeowners is a word that I wanted to use a few more times. Give it an H3 tag. Okay. Just like right below the image. Put it right above the image, right here. So I might do like roofing professionals, in business near you. I'm just dialing in this, and for me, this is just like helping the skimmability of things. Actually, I might take that one out real quick. Put it down here. This is just helping out, how exactly people are going to read this. I'm going to put roofing. I'm just using these extra H3s as kind of like secondary, almost like sub headlines. I just think it'll look good like when we read it. I'm just putting my sub headlines above rather than below. These H2s, these are my H3s. Just helping dial in a few more things. So that's what I'm going to add in here. All right, tip number 6, and down here, tip number 7. So one thing I did look at is that I'm not sure that this these helpful tips on clearing out your downspout, I don't think it really helps me. I think it probably is adding more words than I need. And I think as I'm looking at it, I probably can get rid of it. So I'm going to copy it, but I'm just going to get rid of it and see if it affects my score. So it didn't affect my score. It decreased my overall word count, which was really helpful and got me closer to where I needed to be at. All right, final tip number 7. Okay, so and then tip number 7 here, residential homeowners. Let me fix that. Oops, residential homeowners. Do fix this here, roofing. Homework fix. residential homeowners. Residential contractors who help homeowners. And okay, so that's good. All right, so we're good. I lost a few paragraphs because I pulled out all those different steps there, but that's okay. That didn't affect my score. I've got a good number of headings. I'm probably 50 words a little long from the suggested number. I'm not as worried about that. And then my overall paragraphs, it's a little bit short, but once again, I'm not too worried about that as well. What I might do here is about Assurance Exteriors. I might just trim this down. And I might just put right here, we provide 100% satisfaction guarantee, which is spelled wrong, on all our roofing services. Okay, so just take that sentence out. Make sure guarantee is spelled right. Okay, and oops, I still spelled it wrong. And okay, so about Assurance Exteriors, one of the industry-leading roofing contractors in your area that is committed. I'll put we are one of the industry committed to your. So we are one of the industry-leading roofing contractors in your area that is committed to providing the very best roof replacement and roof repair services to our clients. We provide 100% satisfaction guarantee on all of our roofing and siding services. For more information about roofing or siding options, so for more information, I'm just going to put call us at this or schedule a free inspection today. And then I'll link that in. And one thing you guys can do is, like, for instance, here, I can click on the contact us page for Assurance Exteriors, highlight that link, pop back over here, and then schedule a free inspection today, add that link in right there. Okay. So all you got to do is highlight. Let me just show you how to do that again. Make sure I show you exactly click by click what I'm doing here. All right. So Assurance Exteriors, I highlight a link that I want. Come back into here. For instance, I'll just go here to the very top. Assurance Exteriors, the first time that they're mentioned. Highlight, click the link button, enter that link. Command V, I'm pasting. For me on a Mac, that link, click enter once. Now, Assurance Exteriors is linked in there. How cool is that? So you can go through here and link to other articles. I'll add in all your backlinks, etc., that you need and want to do. So I think we're in a really good spot. I've got this, to a really good spot. I'm still a few words long, not worried. Paragraphs, not terribly worried. I've used the suggested headings at least once in each of my, or the suggested words for headings at least once, and you can use those a couple more times. But, my images are in there. This is a really high quality article. I mean, I genuinely think this is an article that will help my, not only my client, but it'll help their clients. It will help Assurance Exteriors, potential clients inspect their roof before winter and prevent long-term damage. Okay. So the very last step, once you've got your article written like this, okay, and it's ready to go, I've got my images in there. I've linked in a couple of things, and it's ready to rock and roll. I pretty much just Command A, I highlight all of it, copy it. And then for me, inside of WordPress, I'll just go to the dashboard here for Assurance Exteriors. And I will go and just add it in as a post. And so for those of you that know how to do this, we'll just run right up to my posts here, add new. Obviously, I've got some updates to do. So new post, click on, right here, and Command V, pasted it all in there. Now what I'll do is, because of the way that I've got everything formatted, paste it right there, 7 tips. That's going to show up. That's going to show up right here. The heading, actual post heading for me inside of Assurance Exteriors website will be an H1. If you look at my URL here, it's the same as my heading as well. And then what I'll do is I'll go down to my meta description, and and I'll add it in here, and I'll probably just pull in, I'll probably create a custom, obviously I want to incorporate these 7 tips for preparing your home. So I'll probably create a custom meta description that matches that as well. But this is a standard post. I'm going to add it to the Learning Hub, which is where they're at, roof inspections. And what else do I need to do? I think that that's about it. But what I wanted to show you there is that you guys can simply paste this right into an article. And look at this. It recognizes the H3. It recognizes the H2. H2, if you're looking right here, H3, H2. Right into WordPress, it understood exactly what I was doing. It picked up the bold, just what if I bolded a sentence, all of that, and it's ready to rock and roll. Okay, so there you go, guys. That was it was tedious at times, I know, but that was start to finish how to create a high quality blog post for a client, just like I did here for my client, Assurance Exteriors, and get it to rank high on Surfer. We got it up to an 87, and I'm sure that there's still plenty of work to do to get it optimized even more. But anything over 80, really anything over 75 is great. And so I feel really good about this. I feel very good about the article itself and being a helpful article. It's not just a bunch of garbage that I made up. These are 7 tips that a homeowner can genuinely search through. Jarvis wrote all of it. Yes, I had to kind of maybe structure it. I created the idea for the 7 tips, versus just 7 bullet points. But yeah, these are all things that I feel really good about. And best of all, it's going to help my client, Assurance Exteriors, generate results for them. And so this is good. I feel really good about it, guys. I hope this was really helpful for you. Watching me from A to Z, start to finish, create a great blog post using Jarvis and Surfer SEO. And so now, hopefully, you can go and do the same. Have a good one.